Hi, thank you so much for visiting my site. My name is Anna Dolopo, and this is my 31st YouTube video. I'm a licensed acupuncturist, and I've been in practice since June 22, 1999. I practice in beautiful Laguna Hills, and the name of my practice is Elements in Harmony Acupuncture and Chinese Herbs. Typically, what I do in my videos is I tell people about a particular case, and I might read from a testimonial, and I will say exactly what the person came in for, how many times they came, what the dates were, so basically saying how frequently they came, and how much they spent and what the results were, short-term as well as long-term. This video is not going to be that way. This video is a little bit of a homework to tell you exactly what I do, something that I'm very good at, and my method of achieving it. A little bit of what I do personally as an acupuncturist who's been in practice for 14 years, how my style's a little bit different in my practice, and how we achieve short-term as well as long-term results. So the first question is, who do you listen to? Am I someone credible in regards to the treatment of pain, physical or emotional or both? Well, if you visit my website at moveyourqi.com, that's moveyourqi.com, and if you go to testimonials and you click on that, you'll see that I've been reviewed at least 66 times. And on top of that, there are quite a few testimonials that are there. You'll see a bunch of subheadings. And if you click specifically on pain, you will see that the majority of the testimonials are there under pain. So just that alone should let you know that I am someone that's a bit credible when it comes to the treatment of pain, physical pain or emotional pain. Also, while you're at my website at moveyourqi.com, please also visit case studies. Just click on case studies and you'll see some of the 30 YouTube videos that I've posted. You can go to YouTube and look up Move Your QI, or you can simply go on my website at moveyourqi.com and click on case studies. So how I've streamlined my work is basically as follows. If you go basically less than once a week, the results may truly be marginal. You may have results when you walk out the door, 5, 50, 80, even 100% improvement, but the results long-term will be very questionable. Those results, and I always say this, may go away after 5 minutes walking out my door, an hour, a day, 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. Not something long term. And most people get that. If you're trying to learn a language or you're trying to, let's say you're trying to learn a language and you practice less than once a week, you won't grasp the language. Now, if you go once a week, that's a lot better. Clinically, I see results within 7 to 17 weeks. I like to underpromise and overdeliver, so I typically let my patients know on paper that if they're going to go once a week, they really should consider going 20 to 50 weeks. That sounds like a long time, but it's better for me to underpromise and overdeliver. But when I'm speaking with someone, clinically, I see results within 7 to 17 weeks. You may definitely see results within 1 to 5 treatments, but the results it will be very not predictable. The issue may come back in half a day, that night, the next day, 3 days, 5 days. It's not something that I know will be taken care of in the long term. And these days, people have been coming to me specifically because they have an issue that has not been able to be fixed from whatever methods they've used before they came to see me, and they want to have their lives back, if not more. They have been used to having a stressful or painful life physically and or emotionally, and they're ready to either just give up or get the ball rolling forward so that they have a better life without the pain, physical or emotional. Now, the people who are coming in these days may want to do it more than once a week, and we'll see faster results. So again, if you're learning a language and you're doing it once a week, you will grasp the language a little more than the person who's studying less than once a week, but it's still something that's a slow process. I majored in a language in college, so I know a little bit about learning another language. Plus English is not my first language. So thirdly, for people who really are intending to graduate from pain and suffering, these people are going 2 to 5 times a week. My goal is for you to not need me. My goal is for my patients to not need acupuncture and or herbs. That is my goal, and I make it very clear in the beginning. I want to see a finish line, and my patients really appreciate the honesty. If I don't feel like we're going any further in the progress, then I will be the one to let the patients know. I'm not going to let them assume. I'm going to let them know exactly what they should expect of my work with them. So for patients who are going 2 to 5 times a week, when we achieve goals like 50, 80, 99.9% improvement or 100%, obviously success builds confidence, so they're more likely to return for another treatment. What I tell people is worst case scenario, if you don't have a minimum of 20 to 30% improvement by treatment 10, then 1, you can quit, or 2, if you want to still give this a fighting chance, if you're going under once a week, try going once a week. If you're going once a week, try going 2 or more times a week. So the first option is to quit if you don't have a minimum of 20 to 30% improvement by treatment 10. Number 2, and that number is very modest, by the way. And number 2 is you can kick it up 1 treatment extra a week, or 3, add herbs. I'm not going to talk about herbs in this particular video because that's a totally, and that's another conversation. It's a very long conversation. But basically, in regards to physical pain, for example, 95% of my patients do not take herbs. I love herbs. I treat myself with herbs. But in my practice, and myself and my family, if there is some kind of musculoskeletal pain specifically, 95% of the time they won't need to take herbs. And if I feel like they need to take herbs, they will know you got to take some herbs. And here's the information. So let's say that's the worst case scenario. Let's say best case scenario, whatever it took to get them to 100%. Now I'm using the actual grading system. So if it's less than 80%, let's say the person's had knee pain for 3 years and I get their pain 40 to 50% improved. Are they upset? They're not upset. They're 40 to 50% happier. Are they satisfied? I don't think they're satisfied. I think they're 40 to 50% happier. They have 40 to 50% of their life back. Let's say up to 79.9%. Then they're 79.9% better. I've just helped manage their pain more. 80 to 99.999% improvement. Yeah, they're starting to fall in love with me. They're happy. They have their lives back. They're not yet satisfied in my book. They're happier. That's where the belief system is that they can heal. My goal is always 100%. But if they quit at 80%, that's totally cool. If that is what they need to get to their lives back, then that's totally awesome. Now, there are patients who want to get to 100%. Graduate from pain and suffering means 100% in my book. So even when a person says, I'm 99.9% happier, I have less pain, less emotional, less physical pain. Yeah, that person is super happy. And they're probably satisfied. 90+%, they're probably satisfied. But I, as a practitioner, I know what can happen. I know that there's a possibility with the majority of patients out there that they can get to 100%. So let's say we have that particular person who they get 85% improvement. And they're like, you know what? I got 85% improvement. It's been 7 treatments. If you're telling me we can get to 100%, I'm all for it. Let's do it. So they do a few more sessions. We get to 100% improvement. Their pain, physical or emotional, is not there 100%. For 2 weeks, I let them know if you don't have this particular issue for 2 weeks, that's 100%, obviously. So then the next step would be to go another 2 weeks, once a week for, so they go another 2 weeks at 100%, once a week. So now we have a total of 4 weeks, 100% improvement. The first 2 weeks, whatever they did to get to that, whether it was once a week or several times a week, they got to 100% for 2 weeks. Then, before they quit, I tell them if you want really good long-term results, if you want this to be gone forever from your life, try this method. Go another 2 weeks, once a week. And after that, come once a month for 5 to 10 months. And by 5-10 months, I'll be hitting you up for a testimonial. Sound fair? Sound fair. And that's how we do it here in my practice. I can go on, but that's the gist of how I help people graduate from pain and suffering. My name is Anna. I practice in beautiful Laguna Hills. The name of my website is moveyourqi.com. My number is 949-305-1703. I'd love to have you over, and thanks for helping me be one of the most sought-after acupuncturists in all of Southern California. Take care.